Good morning, third grade. We hope that you are having a wonderful day. We are going to hop back into math and talk about area. So yesterday we were talking about how we create area using the square units, and today we are going to actually start talking about word problems that involve area. Most of those do not include the square units. So we will not be using too much of the square units today. We'll be using just regular rectangles and squares and all of that stuff. So today's lesson is still 28. We are learning about the area, but we're using the word problems. Now there is an acronym or a phrase that we do when we're doing math word problems. Can somebody remember what that is? If you said cubes, you are correct. And it looks like this. Cubes. So parents, if you don't know what that stands for, I will explain it in just a moment. So we are going to use cubes to solve our problems today. I've already got a couple things written up on my board. We will explain that in just a moment. So for our first problem, it says Tyler's bedroom is 9 feet wide and 9 feet long. Suki's bedroom is 8 feet wide and 10 feet long. Who has the bedroom with the greater area? So let's look at this for a second. So I'm going to show you if I can get it. So we know right here's our problem. So now we need to cubes it. So cubes looks a little bit like this. I will show you. First, we're going to start with the C. That means you are going to circle. What are you going to circle exactly? You're going to circle numbers. So I will do that and I will show you. Just like this. So I circled all of my numbers that I need. Now, next, U. I'm going to cross out my C. U is underline. My C is done. Now I'm doing underlining. The underlining is the question that is being asked. So I'm going to read this again. Tyler's bedroom is 9 feet wide and 9 feet long. Suki's bedroom is 8 feet wide and 10 feet long. Who has the bedroom with the greater area? So there's our question. Sometimes at the end, sometimes they trick you and they try to put it in the beginning or in the middle. So it's right there. Good. Underlining is done. Next is boxing. Now we're in a box. We are going to box important words. So that is greater than, less than, long, width, length, area, anything like that that can tell us what we need to do in this problem. So I'm going to read this again. Tyler's bedroom is 9 feet wide. Well, there's wide. That probably tells us that's the width. And it is 9 feet long, which is our length. So I'm boxing those. Suki's bedroom is 8 feet wide and 10 feet long. I boxed all of those. Wide, long. And then if you look at the question, some people like to box, some people don't. It depends on if you have like really good words in there. So who has the bedroom with the greater area? I'm going to actually box greater because we know that means the most. That means the most. I even wrote it right on my paper. Okay, moving on. Now that we have all of the box, now we have those 3 steps all completed. Now our E stands for evaluate. So we need to figure out what we're going to do. So we're going to evaluate, and then our S is solve. Evaluate just kind of means what are we going to do with it? And then the S means solve, which we just solved the problem. So our evaluate, easy. So area, we know we have to multiply. So what do? We evaluate it, we have to multiply it. So we've kind of evaluated the whole question. We've broke it apart. We know what we need, what our numbers are, what we need to do. We need to multiply, and then we need to find what has, or what room has the greater area. So now I'm going to show you this picture. I have it drawn up on my board too, and I'll show you in a minute. It says this is Tyler's bedroom, Suki's bedroom, and then Tyler's bedroom. So Tyler's bedroom, we know, is 9 feet wide. So they've already got it labeled 9 feet wide, and then they have the length 9 feet. Suki's bedroom is 10 feet long and 8 feet wide. So they already have the width for both. See those? That's the width, and then they have the length all done. So they did it for us. So I have it written up here. So I'm going to move up here for just a moment so we can go over our worksheet. So we know that the length, sorry for my chair, we know that the length is of Tyler's is 9 and 9. So length times width. So we know width is 9, we know length is 9. So here's the width. I'm actually going to erase this and show you that this is the length. I put an X here because I started showing the kids before we left school that you can put an X at the corner just to remind you that you are multiplying. So I did that. Over here, Suki's was 8 and 10. So we know that the width is 8, and we know our length is 10. So I put an X here again for my multiplication. So now I'm going to do 8 times 10, which is width times length, or length times width, whichever one. They both work. Multiplication, you can switch the numbers and they still equal the same. So now we have to look at our paper. And it says to connect it. So now it says, now you will solve the problem from the previous page. Okay, what does the problem ask you to find? So if you look at this, number 11 says, what does the problem ask you to find? Well, we know that it's asking us to find the area. So we're going to write, the problem wants us to know the area of the area of both of the rooms, and then we need to find which one is greater. So you can write on the line, after it says, what does the problem ask you to find? The problem asks us to find the greater area. So we need to figure that out. Next, number 12 says, which units are used to measure the length and width of the bedrooms? Okay. So what units are used to measure the length and width of the bedrooms? What did we say? It says 9 feet. So we know it's in feet. So I'm actually going to label these, and I'm going to show you a trick. You can do FT for feet. 10 feet, 8 feet. Perfect. Okay. Now you can write right on there feet. What unit should you use to record the area of each bedroom? Well, feet. So 14 says complete the equation below. I'm actually going to write that right here. So our length times our width equals our area. Okay, so I'm going to draw. So we know that our length of, I'm going to put T for Tyler, I'm going to put S for Suki. So now I have length times width equals area. So now for Tyler, we know our length is what? What did we say our length is? 9. So I'm going to put 9 here times our width, which is the same, equals something. I'm not going to put the area yet. I'm going to let you try to figure that out. Also, I just noticed something. 9 times 9, they're the same side. Does that make a rectangle or does it make a square? If you said a square, you were right. That means all the sides are 9. Good. Now, we need Suki's. So now her length is 10. Her width is 8. Now we need to put equals. So I want you to try this. 9 times 9 equals something. We need our area. 10 times 8 equals our area. So I will give you a moment to figure that out. and then we will move on. Okay, if you said that 9 times 9, the area is 81. 81 balloons? No, feet. Good. 10 times 8 equals 80. Again, 80 feet. So let's write them in here. So we know Suki's is 80 feet. And we know Tyler's is 81 feet. Okay, now let's move on. So now we know the area of Tyler's bedroom and we know the area of Suki's bedroom. 16. So blank has the bedroom with the greater area. That's our question that we needed. So now what is it? Which one? Our Suki's bedroom or is it Tyler's bedroom? With the greater, it's the most, so it is Tyler's bedroom. So we will complete Tyler's bedroom has the most, silly Miss Barker, it's greater, has the greater area. Boom, just like that. And then it says, explain how you know that the area of Tyler's bedroom must have the label, square feet. Guess what? Miss Barker only put feet. I forgot the square. Square feet. Good catch. So, why would this only have the label of square feet instead of just feet? If you said because we're timesing, you are correct. Good. So now you are going to try it. There are pages in your book, in your practice book. I have actually marked it so you guys can try some on your own. And they are on page, let's look here. The word problems, they start on page 305 for you. So they just kind of give you an example like I just did. And then they show you how to do it. And then you fill in your blanks. Just like that. This one looks a little bit longer with a little bit more words in it, but I believe in you guys and I think you can do it. So that's it for our mini lesson today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have learned from my whiteboard now that I've turned it around the right way. And I used a lot more resources today. I hope that was okay with you, and I hope that you learned a lot better from them. I used our whiteboards, our markers. I used that whiteboard. I used my book, my paper. So if you have any other suggestions, just let us know. All right. I hope you guys have a great day and enjoyed this lesson. Bye.